so. Let's just do it.
Okay.
Hey, Curtis Anderson, where are we today?
Well, I don't know the name of it, Jay. I didn't know you were going to throw that at me. Let's start that again.
Okay, cool. Hey, Curtis, where are we today?
Well, Jay, I'm glad you asked me. We're at the Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo. That's right. We made the big drive from Saskatoon to Calgary to take in our second annual Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo. I'm pretty excited, Jay.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. And what are just one or two of the awesome things you can do here, Dr. Hernder?
Well, you can have a look at the Ecto. We've got a whole bunch of signings, awesome guests, Jonathan Frakes, William Shatner, Christopher Judge, all great guys.
Wow, awesome things going on. Who are you going to try and talk to today?
Well, the big story here at this year's Comic and Entertainment Expo is that George A. Romero hurt his arm at the last minute, so he's out, which kind of sucks. But to replace him, they brought in Linda Blair, the little girl that played Regan from The Exorcist. If I could somehow line up an interview for her, that is going to be my new favorite interview of all time. Exorcist, probably my favorite movie of all time. Never thought I'd ever have the opportunity to meet her, yet the opportunity to interview her. So let's hope that lines up.
Cool. I'm hoping for Scott Kurtz. Probably don't know who he is, but I'm a big fan. And also Maurice LaMarche, the voice of Morbo from Futurama. You know who Morbo is?
Oh, I know who Morbo is. I love Futurama.
Yeah. So we're just going to hit the floor and see what we can find.
Yeah, and I'm pretty hopeful for Kevin Nash, too. Kevin Nash, former WWF champion. Do some interviewing. Let's do it. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Is he coming with us?
High five.
I think so. I like him.
I am Mold Picard of the Klingon Empire.
It is our first interview of the weekend, the whole drive down. I was only talking about two people. That was Kevin Nash and Linda Blair, and bam, interview number one. I am joined, so delighted, by the beautiful Linda Blair, star of my favorite movie of all time. Of course, she was the little girl in The Exorcist. She gave us this moment. She gave us the spider walk down the stairs.
Oh wait, should I do it? Wait, no, can't do it.
Can't pull the spider walk off anymore?
Here you go.
A couple decades ago, when you were a little girl shooting this movie, did you know it was going to resonate? Did you know it would come to this? There'd be conventions, people would be wanting to see you and meet you. Did you know you were going to be a part of history?
When they were shooting The Exorcist a few years back, actually Warner's didn't think that the film was going to make it at all. They were very much afraid of the film. And I think you see in some of the documentaries, the new Blu-ray, we talk a lot about all of that they had to... there was a lot of tap dancing that had to be done because Billy Friedkin wanted to keep it secretive and he wanted to do the best job that he could. So we thought the movie would fail. We thought that we would walk away and my life would go back to normal, and I wanted to be a veterinarian. And so instead, obviously everything changed and my life changed forever. And I then was put to work in a lot of different films that, I think really shaped society in so many ways. So, I'm very proud of my career, and I'm very grateful that we have conventions now that you can actually come and meet people.
People a little nicer to you now. I was reading that after the movie first came out, people were legitimately scared of you. They were a little scared of a little girl. They were expecting your head to spin. That's kind of weird.
I would be, it depended on what country I was in. So I was either chased by people, which is very odd. You're like, no! Or people would see me and you could see the fear in their eyes right away. And of course, it's just a movie.
Yeah.
And I did my part, but I had no interest in really scaring people. So, I felt bad in a lot of ways because people really were afraid.
Well, you claim it was just a movie, but I watched
one of the greatest
strictly horror movies, and I agree with all the magazines in the list that is the scariest movie I have ever seen.
Well, may I at least say this? You have an amazing novel. Doesn't matter what you do in life as long as you do the very best. Bill Blatty, who was the writer, he was a comedy writer, and he was told, "Oh, Bill, you can't write a dramatic piece." So he's like, "Oh yeah." Sometimes that's the best way to get people to be the best that they can be is a test. And so he knew about the story, and then he included a lot of different things. So he wrote the best novel. Yeah. And then Billy Friedkin was not the director set to do the movie. Somebody else went through a lot of changes, and by the time everything came into play, I believe the right people were on the project and part of it. It took endurance, perseverance, tenaciousness and the willingness to work for somebody that was very, very, very demanding. A lot of people couldn't keep up with that type of work ethic. So you have a film that's withstood time, and you know, it's not a horror film. It's a we call it a theological thriller. So it's
in a category
about
of its own.
religion.
Yep.
And the thriller is every time they take you down, you know, that hallway. And so that's, I think the misconception is it's actually not a horror film. It scares you so you can categorize it. But that's what Bill Blatty says anyway.
Awesome. Scares me. It did. You were talking about people doing their best, and I really think it's great. I want to bridge into your charity work that, you know, you could just be here, you could just be signing autographs, taking your money and going home, but you're here with a purpose, with a message as well.
Well, number one, I was only asked to come on Wednesday,
okay.
So I thought that was terrific. I have been through Calgary many times, and I have my own stories that are very, you know, sentimental to me from being here, and I think that Canada's a beautiful country, and I think the people are wonderful. And that's first and foremost. Secondly, I am not always asked to come to the Comic-Con, so I am a replacement, and I'm so happy to be here. And I think it's important, a lot of people do and don't know that I have my own foundation. It's called the Linda Blair World Heart Foundation. And it's at lindablairworldheart.org. And I began my charity work, golly, 27 years ago probably. But the foundation is 7 years new. And my animal welfare work is a good 27 years old. So whether you give back to children, the elderly, environmental, dogs, cats, you know, our companion animals. You are also doing a lot up in Canada, I think, to start helping to make some really good changes. And I know a lot of American pets that are in jeopardy are coming up to Canada now. And so I'm meeting with a couple people while I'm here and hope that we can build a wonderful friendship.
Awesome. Thank you so much for talking to me today. Linda Blair. Kind of a career highlight right here. Can I hug the girl from The Exorcist? Thank you.
Free frame!
Yeah! Thank you so much. Seriously, I'm not making that up.